Hi, this is Liad from metalclays.com. Today I'm introducing the new RingMaster system. Okay, so our first step is to decide our ring size. So let's say today I want to make ring size 7 and I'll be working with PMC. I know PMC shrinks 3 sizes down in rings. So I'm going to start with ring size 10. I'm going to choose ring size 10 mold in order to make ring size 7. The next step is lubricate the mold. I'm using Cool Sleep and I'm going to go down with a toothbrush to make sure all my grooves are well lubricated. And I'm using frame number 7, or if you're using millimeters, it's 3.5. Just roll out the ball of clay. I'm going to put it on number 10. I'm just going to rotate my mold to make sure I press evenly when I roll it. And you're going to start seeing the indentation, and you want to take the center out and start cutting out all the excess clay and just keep rolling. And you repeat this step until you really see this center circle in the middle. If you lubricate your mold really well, you'll find that this is a very, very easy process. If you don't, you're gonna spend more time cleaning up. Next step is to put it on the hot plate. So let's do that. So while our 2 cups are drying on the hot plate, we would like to make a flex clay. And we're going to use the flex formula in order to do so. We would like the bend to be flexible in order to put the ring into the 2 cups that we just made. So the measurement is 1 drop per 1 gram of clay, and this is good for all type of clay. And I'm going to fold it and let it hydrate, and I'm going to put it in a saran wrap and set aside for about 15-20 minutes, and you will see that the flex fluid is disappearing and you have a soft clay to work with. So let's fold it and let time to work. So now both of our ring cups are ready. This is how it comes from the hot plate. You want to sand it down and make a smooth and clean surface for the next step. So I'm using just a sanding block and nicely smooth out the whole ring cup. Okay, so now let's talk about width. How wide you want your ring to be. We have 4 different cutters. I'll flip it in a second to show you, but it starts from 6, 8, 10, and 12 millimeters. I'm going to choose today to work with my 8 millimeter cutter. And of course, as everything else, I'm going to lubricate it. I want to roll out my clay to create a little snake shape, so it's going to be more evenly rolled into the bend. And again, the texture, make sure it's lubricated. And to even it out, I'm going to use 2 more textures so I can roll it evenly, using a frame of number 6. It's really up to you how thick you want the bend to be, so you can play with it before or decide later. But start rolling it. then I'm going to move down to 5 cards and 4. I like to texture the back of my jewelry, and I'm using a dry leaf, and it gives me a very delicate texture, but it just, for me, it's nicer than just a plain back. And this is the time to use your signature stamp if you have one, and if not, you reach to the perfect place to get one. And this is my name. You can have your name or logo, or if you don't have a logo, we can help you design one. So just impress your name, your stamp into the clay. It just adds something, and if you sell your jewelry, your client know how to find you, or it's just a nice addition to your jewelry. So now I'm going to peel it. It's beautiful texture. And I'm going to use my guide to place my clay. I recommend to spray very gently. And as you remember, we use number 10. And the cutter that I chose for this ring is number 8 millimeter. And I'm going to place it here. Now using a tissue blade, and instead of cutting straight, cut in a little bit of an angle, very slightly. We have a sample here how you should do it. Okay, so you want to gently clean after cutting, but make sure not to touch the 1 millimeter edge of the rail, because this is very important. This is what needs to go inside the ring caps. Next step is to wrap it around something round that's a little bit bigger than the ring size you want to make, and place it on the hot plate. And let's put it on the hot plate for a few minutes. Okay, so now after our ring band is fully dried out of the hot plate, we would like to match it into our ring caps. So I'll show you how to do that. We want to spray our work surface. We want to wet one side of the ring. We're just going to, in circular motion, and one of the ring caps. I'll do it in my hand because I don't want the whole surface to be wet. So I'm just slightly gonna spray over my hand and place it on the work surface. Now the side that is wet, we'd like to start putting inside. You remember we have 1 millimeter rail, and this is the only thing that will go inside the ring caps. You can do it on a work surface, or you can hold it and guide it over your hand. Also, we want to wet the seam, the two ends, so they're going to meet and attach. So gently place it over the ring cap, match it, and push down. So you want to look inside the ring, and you see how your ring band matches into your ring caps. And because we wetted both sides, the ring cap and the ring band, it should match and attach together. If you need to add some more water, some more moisture, go ahead and do so. As the clay softens, it will be easier to get in. Don't make it too soft because you still want to control it and not make it mushy. Now one side is in, and I want to wet the other side. Again, away from the work surface. And also the other side of the ring band. And match them again. Now it's kind of easy because the ring already formed into almost a perfect circle, and the second side is easier. Gently press down. Turn the ring around and make sure you push in all. There you go. Look at the seam, is perfect, almost perfect. If you just need to work it out a little bit just to smooth it or make sure the two ends meet, but it's so precise, amazingly, and after firing you won't even see that there is a seam, and the two end caps will put everything together, will hold everything together and make it very strong, very durable, and kind of, seamless, because the edges won't come apart during firing, as it happens many times in regular rings, because the structure is holding everything together. If you do see a seam, you can just put a little bit of water just to melt them down later, and that's it. And you can also wet every place that the two clay meet the bands, just to reinforce the connection. And of course put it on the hot plate.